Alrighty guys, and welcome back to another LEGO Dimensions review, and today we have the Jurassic World Team Pack, which is pretty cool. Obviously, the main reason I got this was because the Jurassic World Hub World is probably the best one in the game, and I figured might as well unlock it, basically. And I also really wanted the Owen figure just because, mainly because he's just a cool character. He's like basically Star-Lord of Jurassic World, which makes him cool, I guess. But this is a cool pack. Team packs are pretty much always good. I may get the Scooby-Doo one to get the Scooby-Doo Hardboiled in the game, and just because I kind of want the Scooby-Doo character, but I'm not going to buy any Scooby-Doo sets. So, might as well get it in the game. So that's a possibility. I might get that. But other than that, there currently aren't. And the Wicked Witch of the West, and maybe Krager, just because you basically get a hub world in the game for $7.50 if you buy it from the right place. But those are the main Dimensions phone packs that I may be getting at some point. But for now, I'm taking a break from LEGO Dimensions sets, so you might not see them for a while. But anyway, there is Owen Grady's base, and I'm not a big fan of this base, actually. I really like the ACU Troopers, you'll see that in a minute. But Owen's kind of looks like, kind of got the same color scheme as him with the brown vest and the white, or I guess not white, light gray. Sides, I do like the Jurassic World logo on the front. Definitely signifies the character, but it's not the best, I think. His leg print's pretty cool, got the basic little, the basic belt and little, I don't know what that is, but, basic something. He's got little pockets. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that this is exactly the same version as came in Raptor Rampage. There's the back of his torso print, which is pretty cool because it's got the little knife sheath, I guess, with the knife in it, because you can see the handle coming out of it. So not only does he have the knife that he's holding, which, by the way, he does come with an extra, because knives always come in pairs of two. But, he's got the other knife on his back, and that's the back of his vest, by the way. You can see his sleeves coming out. And then he has the front print there with the front of the vest. You can see his button-down shirt underneath. Pretty cool. Definitely looks like a cool guy. He's got this nice color for this, basically, pretty traditional hairpiece. And then he has the same face as Star-Lord on the front and the back. I actually don't have a Star-Lord minifigure. I only got Rocket and Groot, so, that's kind of cool. But, he has a angry expression as well. And I guess we'll look at his gadget next, which is the Velociraptor. Actually, I'm going to turn down the camera angle a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't fall over, which it probably will. But the Velociraptor actually is kind of unique because, as you can see, most of the other vehicles have this little 2x2 round brick underneath. The Velociraptor is the only one I have that doesn't have that. So that's kind of unique, I guess. And it has the jumper plates in the center. Those two studs are there for the third build, which is basically a Venom Raptor. It looks a lot like a Dilophosaurus, which I will do a rebuild video for basically all the LEGO Dimensions builds at some point, just to showcase them. And they'll be pretty much just quick little videos. But, this is a pretty cool little Velociraptor build. It does stand on its own, which is nice. It's actually kind of a pretty good scale too, I guess. Not too much bigger than a minifigure. It does look exactly the same in-game, so it is nice that they were able to utilize the same scale. It might not have these blue things on the sides, though, which is probably my least favorite part of this. I'm not a big fan of that gray piece there, but... And then, basically, if these were sand green, this would be a great little build. And maybe if this was sand green too, and the bar was like black, I don't know. A couple small complaints about the Velociraptor, but for the most part, I actually really like this build. It can move pretty well. It's got some good flexibility to it. You see the tail moves up and down as well. A minifigure can't sit on it, which would have been really nice if they could have come up with some way to make it so you could actually sit a minifigure on it like they do in the game, but it's definitely understandable. The second rebuild of this is actually kind of cool too. It's a spike attack raptor, basically put the spikes on its feet, on its tail, and you kind of like give it a kind of different shaped head. I actually really like the head shape on this Velociraptor, and you get the nice skeleton arms in the sand green color, which is pretty unique. I'm pretty sure it only comes in this set. But all in all, a very nice little build, and also you get 2 clear bricks to hold them up, which are used for the most part in all 3 builds, I think. The only difference is this one, because it has the 2 transparent studs down there. So on to the second figure, which is the ASCU Trooper. He's very cool. He gets a stun rod, which actually in the game, there's a cool conversation between, like basically the ASCU Trooper and Owen will talk about, like the ASCU Trooper complains that he gets stuck with the stun rod, while Owen gets a tranq rifle, which he has in the game, but not in real life. Would have been nice if they included that as well. But the stun rod's pretty cool. Simple little build. A bar with a lightsaber hilt with a cone piece. And the figure itself is decent. I believe the face print is kind of rarer. Like, I think it only comes in 2 sets, and I think they're both Jurassic World sets. 2 sets besides this one. Maybe not even. Maybe it's just one other set. But I don't think this combination of parts is used in any set either. I think the set that this face comes in does not have the ACU Trooper armor piece, I guess. But I really like this base piece because it's got like the nice little, that pattern there is pretty cool, and you got the stripes kind of, and those stripes are kind of supposed to be like scratches from like T-Rex or something. And I do like the blue color. All in all, a very nice looking base for this guy. And the figure itself is pretty cool. I do like the navy blue hat. It's a nice part. Got the facial expression there, which is rarer. It's nice to get a different, skin color for this guy. And you can see there's the pattern that's on his base, on his actual jacket. This character is actually kind of an odd one for them to pick, because he's not that important. Like, there's a bunch of ACU troopers. It would have been cool if you could actually like change his appearance in the game, have like a different looking ACU trooper than everybody else, basically. If you had kind of like the Ghostbusters, you could pick between a couple variants of this guy, but I guess it's fine the way it is. You can see he's got like belt buckles on his pants or whatever these are. I don't know what it is. He's got a little pocket down there. And got some cool little straps, some gear, some belts underneath his outer thing here. There's the back of his torso print, which is pretty cool. You can see there's the back of his little equipment armor piece thing, and he's got like a belt on both sides, goes all the way around. Very cool. It says ACU on the front, and basically this piece was first used on the Super Secret Police from the Lego movie. It actually would have been cool to get them in the game, like Super Secret Police. It would have been a nice character to add, but Anyway, onto his vehicle, which is the gyrosphere. Basically, the base piece is there, and it like raises it up here. I figured, since there was only one in the bag, I figured that they would have just done that, which would have looked actually kind of nice. Kind of unique too, to the gyrosphere. It would have been kind of a nice touch, I think. But basically, the gyrosphere is built in 2 parts. It's built in a little base, and then the actual like gyrosphere-ish part. It doesn't actually work like a gyrosphere, which I think it would have been a really great set if they put an actual like Jurassic World gyrosphere from the actual sets, like an actual minifigure scale one in the set, which is the way it looks in the game. But you know, they can only do so much. And they have so many parts to work with. And it has to be rebuildable, so it's kind of tough there. You can see in there it's got some translate blue studs, which are used in the other rebuilds, which, again, I will take a look at in the future with all you guys. You got kind of a ramp here, and these two bars here are basically for other rebuilds. Like, the base is what changes the most between all the rebuilds. And you got that trans 1x2 brick to kind of levitate the gyrosphere up. I do like the printed pieces that they use, the printed discs for the actual gyrosphere part. You can see it's kind of basically recreating a seat in there, and you have these levers to be controls. I wish it was closed in, like I wish they had like a round dome piece that they could have like put so that you could actually A, roll it, and B, it would look like it's closed. Basically it only goes that far because of this piece here on the bottom, which, you know, whatever. And they do attach these in a decent way. They use these pieces with holes in them, which are kind of unique-ish. Not really. They're not unique, but rarer, I guess. Harder to find than normal studs. So anyway, also the gyrosphere is a very important vehicle to get to complete the game, because you need, like, there are gyrosphere switches, and the gyrosphere is the only one that can do them, and you can't hire vehicles using the hire a hero thing. So basically, if you want 100% the game, you will need to get this pack for 2 reasons. Basically, Jurassic World, Hub World, and the gyrosphere. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment and subscribe if you did, and have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye, guys.